Back then, I wasn't living. No evil nemesis, no world-ending threat, no great purpose, and no cause to sacrifice for. I don't know what I should dedicate my life to. I mean, people suggested things, but none of it was interesting. What I dreamed to do was either too far or too ambitious, so the routine dullness kept piling up and I was stuck in between. Am I supposed to go to college, get a degree, then work 9 to 5 every day like this for the rest of my life? I kept finding myself dreaming of the old days, when all I needed to do was become the Dragonborn and defeat the World Eater. It was simpler back then, but you know how it is. Life happened. I do as told, move out, go to college, and graduate. Had to pay my bills, had to get a job, had to get a life as expected, and had to become someone important. Someone big, someone with a purpose. It just didn't work. Nothing worked. I wished I had a goal worth fighting for and a challenge worth mounting. I wish life can be as fun as games. Then I had an epiphany. Life sucked and games didn't help, but at least gaming was still more interesting than this wretched mess I called living, right? What if I played life like a game? What if I saw it, lived it, and navigated it just like in-game? It's settled, and with that, I'm chipping in. Good morning, Night City. And I realized there were tons of things from games you can apply in life. Games have clear direction and visible goals. I know what I'm working towards. Life must be the same, just need to crack into main goals and sub-goals. Sub-goals can be small wins, like running a half marathon or not having McDonald's for the whole week. Then I can move on to bigger goals, like being happy and being successful. Sounds doable enough. And nobody bothers killing an ancient demon if there's no prize. Games reward your effort, you get a prize for every quest you complete, and this serves as an incentive to keep you moving forward. Life is the same. I could just create my own prize and my own reward. Done cleaning the house, I get 2 hours for gaming. Done with my gym session, I deserve a half-pound cheeseburger. Also in games, progress is visible. It's motivating to see you're 70% on level 12 because you know you can grind on just a bit more to get to level 8. Not to mention the strength stats showing how you get more badass with each level you conquer. Progress in real life is much hazier, but hey, I just need to make it visible. I just need to jot down a to-do list, be it grocery shopping, commuting to work, or going to the gym. Everything suddenly looks like a daily quest, and my job is to check it off when the task is done. I can log off into the night knowing I had a productive day, with my to-do list triumphantly checked off. Life is now as fun as games, isn't it? But, weirdly enough, I go absolutely nowhere. It isn't as easy as it might sound. When things got more difficult, I got too exhausted to strap on those gaming goggles. Anxiety still takes over when things get tough. It started to feel like a game of pretense, just to give myself an illusion of progress without making any real changes in my life. Checking off a to-do list is nice, but what am I working towards? What's my end game here? A reward when you make progress is nice, but why do I feel stuck in square one? Am I just adding new patches without really improving the overall storyline of the game? If happiness is the big, bright goal, then what would it even look like? And then I see it. I see it now. I can't live in games, and I can't see life as a big, easy game either. No matter how tough the challenges in games might be, you have an arsenal of weapons and tools to crack them. The right difficulty and the right gear, because game challenges are engineered to hook you up on dopamine. You feel like you're in control, but in life, being in control is rare. Sometimes you fight on empty, and sometimes the challenge might be too overwhelming. You don't even know where to start. And games make every achievement seem big. Picture this, a city in distress. You swoop in and save the day. The people, filled with gratitude, would shower you with praise and celebration. In life, does anyone really care that much about my achievements? Would my achievements even be big enough for anyone to actually give a hoot, let alone celebrate it? And there's this illusion of progress. My god. In life, it's not like a game where you have convenient checkpoints and respawns. When facing a formidable monster or an overwhelming challenge, you can't just hit the reset button and try again. If you die, you'll simply get revived. But in life, well, most of the time I only have one chance. If you lose, you lose. There might be no coming back and trying it again. So what can I do to make sense of this all? I don't know yet. Still trying to figure it out, but if I'm certain about one thing, it is this. Life is hard. It always will be. Nothing can match the dopamine rush, the heart-thumping thrill of slaying a dragon or conquering a kingdom of mythical insects. But despite how dull, how fuzzy, how repetitive life is, I have to accept it, to welcome it, because it's part of living. Who knows how the rest of my life unfolds, rewarding or electrifying? I'm yet to find out. You and I, we haven't lived all of our life yet. Games delight because they gamble on borrowed stakes. I was playing the life of someone else, not mine. Now I'm living my own life, bearing my own risks. The stakes definitely tower higher, much higher, but I believe so do the rewards. And if I inch forward, I know it's my own doing, no mere illusion of progress to dosing my mind with dopamine. The roads might not be mapped out yet, but isn't that also kind of exciting? To be both player and designer? And now that I've come to accept all this, I can start answering the big question myself. What if life is a game?